Ha ha ha. Great. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. It's a privilege to be here. Um, Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening. How you doing, Doc?
Very well. Thank God.
Waiting to see your camera. It's not showing at my
Are you
end.
sure?
Yeah.
But I can see you.
I, I can see myself, but I can't see you.
I can see you though.
Oh yeah, I can't see you.
Really?
Yeah. Please on the chat, tell everyone. Can you all see Dr. Miwa?
I can see your beautiful face, yeah. How come you can't see me? Slasher, can you see us?
Shlaza, can you see Dr. Miwa?
Yes, they can see me.
You can see us. Eh, why can't I see you?
I think you should turn off your camera and bring it back on again.
Okay, so now let's try. I don't think it makes any difference. But should I drop then come up again?
Maybe he go off, yes, and come on. Yeah. Great. How are you people doing? Good evening. And it's a privilege to be here. There's a lot to share. Dr. Okwe is hosting, so in a few minutes, Dr. Okwe would come back up to conduct this conversation, and I'm hoping I can add value. I'm hoping I can share a few thoughts that things have helped me to publish 700 episodes. I mean, we publish this every day. Hi, Chichi. How are you? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right. More people are joining. So, Doc, I see you. I don't know why you can't see me though.
Maybe it's gonna come around. It will come around. When I went off the replay, I could see us. So I don't know why. But it's okay.
Great.
Hello everyone.
So don't worry. I'm sure over time it will come back on. So let's just start the conversation.
Okay. All right. Good. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight. Is past 8 p.m. over here at Manchester,
Past
and
8 o'clock.
have
Past 6 o'clock.
past 6 o'clock. My apologies. Past 6, 18:04. I think is the 8 I focused on. And we have with us here the one, the only, the special. Oh no! Before I let the cat out of the bag, let me start first of all giving you an intro on the amazing person that we have with us tonight.
Really?
Dr. Oludayo Oludayo is a human capital architect, weaving together expertise in academia, business, and personal development to empower individuals and organizations to reach their full potentials. Is a multifaceted leader with a passion for unlocking human potential. His career spans academia, businesses, and public speaking, weaving a tapestry of experience that empowers individuals and organizations to thrive. In academic area, Dr. Oludayo served as Dean of Students and Registrar at Covenant University, shaping young minds and fostering a vibrant learning environment. His expertise extends beyond the classroom, as a seasoned human resources professional, business strategist, and thought leader with a keen class understanding of organizational dynamics and talent development.
That's right.
He brings a wealth of experience in recruitment, training, organizational development, and leadership coaching to every endeavor. Beyond formal roles, Dr. Oludayo is a thought leader and motivator. He ignites audiences with his insight on personal development, entrepreneurship, and effective leadership. Through his online platform and active engagement with professional organizations, he builds bridges of knowledge and inspires others to reach their full potential. As an advocate for long life learning, Dr. Oludayo believes in embracing curiosity and challenging the status quo. Whether on an online platform or at a speaking engagement, he encourages others to cultivate a purpose beyond themselves, leaving a lasting legacy of positive change. In essence, Dr. Oludayo is a symphony of knowledge, leadership, and human potential, forever composing a future where
You
individuals
see me?
and organizations rise together. No, I'm not lying. Please, can you see the love emojis I'm getting? Because everyone you touch their lives, we agree to all of this. Dr. Oludayo's journey is a testament to the power of lifelong learning and unwavering commitment. So come on. He is a living example of how curiosity, collaboration, and purpose can pave the way for a life of impactful success. Together with me, everyone, please welcome Dr. Oludayo Akinwole Olumiwa on the platform this evening. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you. Doc,
Amazing.
honestly, you're a blessing. And it's such a privilege hosting this conversation tonight. And I'm not surprised that you are where you are right now. So for those joining us tonight, we're talking on the power of what? Consistency. Really, who else could be in the best position to actually give us insights on this? Doc, honestly, um, I'm beyond words. So impressed, so happy, genuinely happy, because I know when this whole journey started, and here we are today on the 700th episode of my morning news. My morning news sweet, we were Oludayo. Oh, thank you so much, everyone that is just joining us. You're welcome tonight. We'll speaking on the topic power of consistency, and tonight we want it to be very engaging. Please drop your questions, your insights, your own experience that you've had with Dr. Ludayo in the past and even currently. And interestingly, you possibly part of the journey with my morning meals. So it's so lovely to have you with us tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Doc, even though I can't see you, I'm connected with you, you know.
Oh dear goodness. But I can see you. I can see you. I can see you very
I'm,
clearly.
I'm so grateful. So, Doc, honestly, I know right now, I don't know, sort of, you're used to it. So I can't say you're on the hot seat. But tonight, you are telling us the secret to this consistency. Because in this generation, that if it's not clicking, you move, isn't it, guys? You move. But with you, especially, I really want to know what exactly, with my morning news. Today makes it the 700th episode. 7 is the number of perfection, and see the double digits behind it, isn't it? So we're glad to have you here tonight. So because of time, Doc, my first question is this. Based on your experience, beyond the dictionary meaning, what does consistency mean to you?
I mean, thank you, Dr. Okwe. I mean, for everyone joining, that's my darling friend, beautiful friend, hosting us all the way from Manchester in the UK. And Doc is an amazing person. We pray together, we study the word together, we talk career work together. And I'm glad that we can share this moment together also for knowledge. I mean, we've been doing morning news now And I say we because sometimes people think because you are the face of it, you are the one behind it. There are quite a number of people behind the scenes that have been making this thing to happen. My Money Muse just started as it started out as something I've been doing for many years. I was just tweeting. I mean, I go for then was Covenant Hour of Prayer when I was in Canaan Land in Covenant University. I'll go for Covenant Hour of Prayer. When I'm back, I'm parked my car in front of the house. I'll just keep there'll be inspired ideas coming to me, and I didn't want to just throw them away. So I keep tweeting them. I start tweeting them, and I just started to use the hashtag My Money Muse. But there was nothing about it that I wanted to do videos until I stumbled on my I mean a minute with Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is one of my mentors, my role models. And so a minute with Maxwell. So John C. Maxwell started to do what I call a minute with Maxwell. And in doing a minute with Maxwell, I said I was doing videos, short videos. And I thought to myself, someday I will do this. Someday I will do this. And maybe this is not the time to tell you how we started, but maybe I will share it as time goes on. But that was what led to it. I mean, I just said, you know what, let's start. And on a particular day, Doc, please permit me to share the story of how Money Muse started.
Yes.
So on this fateful day, I was here on Instagram, just going through Instagram like every other person was going through Instagram. And I saw a post by Adeleke Aladekoba. And I said, and I'm hoping that Leke will join this call also shortly, because there are people that I think I will bring up to be able to, validate that this thing is not just about me. And so I saw his video and I said to myself, wait a minute, this is Leke. Why can't I call Leke to join me in producing this? Prior to that time, I started to talk to other people who are, photographers, videographers, video editors. I've been talking to them and they've been asking me for a lot of money. And so I just said, you know what, let me go and talk to Leke. I just had that hunch. So I got up, called him. Hello, Leke, where are you? To think about it, was not more than 5 minutes drive away from where I was. And I said, I've not seen him in years. So I just got up and went straight to him. Got to his office and we started to talk. And I said, this is the idea I have. I've got a couple of tweets that I've been sharing. And at that time, friends, I could count 8,000 tweets. I could count 8,000 tweets that I had on my Money Muse. So the hashtag on Twitter, on X, right? 8,000. And I said, see, I've got content to share, and I think we should go ahead and share it. And I wanted to do videos. He said, okay, let's start. And I said, wait. Before we start, I don't have money. Because today I've been talking about consistency. There are many things that I have conquered to be able to do this today. There are many things I've conquered. And one of it was I had to ask Leke. I said, Leke, guess what? I don't have money to do this. And I've been talking to other videographers. They've been asking me for resources. They've been asking me for money. At that time, all I thought I could spare was less than 100,000 naira. Before people think it's dollars or pounds that I'm talking about. 100,000 naira, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I had. And I said, see, Leke, all I have is 100,000. He said, no. He said, let's go and start. Let's even start. Friends, 2 days after that, Leke asked me, where are we going to be using? I said, well, I don't even have money to go and rent a studio or whatever. So I started in my house. Sometimes the reason we are consistent is because the resources that we use for our journey is something that is easily at our disposal. Sometimes if you go all the way to get something that's beyond you to execute a project, continue sustaining it may be very difficult. So I said, you know what, let's do my house. My house is not bad enough. Let's do it. And he said, okay, no problem. He's got all the gears. He's got the cameras, he's got the lights, he's got the cameras, he's got the lights, and he's got the, everything he needed, all the props. And Leke was here in my house, set up, and we started to run the videos. Today, we're talking 700 episodes. It started by a young man taking a risk on me, and we'll talk about money matters later, but that's how we started. And Doc, you asked me, what is consistency? For me, I think consistency is about let's just continue. The word there is continue.
Yeah.
Continue to do that which
Mm.
you believe carries value. Continue to do that which you believe carries value. If you continue to do it, over time, the benefits of it, which I'll share also later on this call, the benefits of it and what it will make of you will be glaring for the whole world to see. Many of us
Mm.
are not consistent or are not continuing in the things that we've started to do because we're afraid of the power to the what I call the staying power.
Mm.
The staying power. How do I
Mm.
hold on to this? How do I ensure I don't lose the momentum? How do I ensure I don't lose the enthusiasm? Because sometimes we start and we're just eager, we're excited to go on, we're roaring on, and we're going and going and going. And so sometimes you realize that you cannot keep up. You cannot keep up with that energy. I mean, today I can tell you that there are many reasons why we have continued, and I believe uh, over the next few minutes I will share together, we're going to be able to share some of those thoughts with you. So, for consistency, for me, means continuing,
Mm.
not
Mm.
holding back, not giving up, just continuing to do that which you believe will add value to people. Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you very much, Doc. So, two keywords is that which you believe would add value. And that leads nicely to my next question, which is your why. As in, how did it just pour up? How did it start? Why did you start My Morning Muse? And at that time, did you envision, did you see yourself getting onto today, celebrating the 700th episode of it? So what's your why? What's your value with it?
So the truth of the matter is, my morning muse started by me just sharing my muses.
Mm.
These were the things I was pondering upon for the day. I go for a prayer meeting, I'm out of the prayer meeting, and I'm saying, this thought came to my head, and I just want to share it.
So
And so after
shit.
the prayer meetings, covenant hour prayer, I'll stay right in front of my house in my car, and I'll ponder on these things. This thought will just be coming like torrents. I'm like, you know what? The best thing to do with this thought is to share it. So I just kept posting it and posting it and posting it and posting it. And at the time, I started to use the hashtag My Morning Muse. Some other time, I started to use My Evening Muse because when I go for service in the evenings and I have such burst of ideas and inspiration coming, I start to write and type my evening muse. And so the reason was honestly one to share my thoughts with other people and to see if other people can catch on the inspiration that I've caught on, to see if I can also inspire people to do it. But by the time we started to do videos, the idea was let us give wings to these words, let us give legs to these ideas, let us enable these ideas to be put on the platform where more people will see it, where more people can reference it. Because,
Mm.
doing it as a tweet, people will have to start looking for the hashtag. But now we have it on YouTube. People can go on YouTube and watch it on
Yes.
demand. They can go on the Instagram channels and watch it on demand. The idea was, how many people can I inspire beyond myself? Then let's
Mm.
go ahead and do this. It
Yes.
was about wanting to inspire other people, wanting to add value to other people. That was why I started.
Hmm. That's beautiful. Honestly, it just shows the extent of your mindset, and which is in line with what I read from your bio. You think about others. How can I help others to succeed? How can I expand or enlarge their capacity? What else can I do? How can I give of myself? And Doc, honestly, thank you so much for not keeping this to yourself. But instead you're sharing it, you're spreading it across the world. That's beautiful. Now, my other question is this. Can you tell me what you've learned through the process? Now, still tied to our team, which is the power of consistency. So, what have you learned through the whole process? Thinking about, the resources, the efficient use of resources, the probably, I don't know, is your journey. What have you learned? What are the key things that you want to share with us?
I mean, that question is a very big one, very, very big one. And I've learned quite a lot of things, and maybe I will just use this opportunity to inspire somebody on this call. There's
Yes.
somebody on this call who has started a project and possibly lost steam, and you didn't continue. There's also possibly somebody on this call who has started a project. You're going on, but you're right now confronting some challenges, and you are in the state of consideration to quit or not to quit. For someone, you have stopped already. You have started, you have stopped. Another person, you just started. So you are just wondering, can you go on? For another set of persons, you are at the point where you are considering quitting. Maybe you face resource challenges, motivation challenges, time management issues. You can't keep up with the demands. You have many obligations holding you back. My next thought will possibly just help you, right? My next thought will help you. For me, I think one of the things I've learned is about progress over perfection.
Mm.
I was never looking for perfection. I was not looking to have the finest video on YouTube. I was not looking to have the finest video on Instagram. I just wanted to have progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. So for me, because I see that consistent effort, even in small doses, leads to progress. Consistent effort, even in small doses, leads to progress. Aiming for perfection all of the time will often lead to discouragement. Because if you're aiming for perfection and you don't get to hit perfection, you become disorganized, disoriented. I believe that small, steady steps are more likely to be more sustainable and lead to long-term goals. Small, steady steps they lead. That was my first takeaway. Maybe the second takeaway is what I call compound effect.
Mm.
Compound effect, because doc, over
Yeah.
time, over time, consistent actions, whether they be positive or
Mm.
negative, they have a magnifying effect. Over time, when you have done 5 videos, 7 videos, I mean, the day I counted 10, I said, oh, now I've entered the zeros. And then I remember when we did the 100th video, and I said to myself, whoa. And so every step you take of yesterday becomes a platform to build on to the next one. So there's a compounding effect in consistent effort. If you continue to do it, the energy you bring in on the second day is not the same energy of the first day. The
Mm.
learning you bring in, the thoughts you bring in are not the same. Again, maybe a third one. A third thing I've learned is consistency has helped me to build trust and reliability. It has helped me to build trust and reliability. In personal and professional settings, being consistent in the things that you do builds trust. I know many people today have found they possibly just started to say, oh, I know this guy only for this reason. I know this dude only for that reason. And that's why they're there. And if you're consistent, you build reliability, dependability, trustworthiness. Many of us don't know why people don't keep up with us. You don't know why
Mm.
people don't want to keep talking to you, why don't want to continue to engage you. They see that you are here today and then tomorrow you are off. Today you are active, next tomorrow you are inactive. But what consistency has done is that it has enabled us to build trust and reliability. People can trust that every day Muyiwa will post. People can trust that every day he will post, whether it's morning news, maybe whether he posts it in the morning and it's morning news, or he posts it in the evening and it's evening news and morning news, whichever way he will post it. Another thing that
Mm.
it has helped me to do is habit formation. Consistency has helped me to now form and maintain certain critical habits. Maybe I should tell somebody on this call. You possibly will ask me, how do I get inspiration for these things? Because I know, I'm conscious now that I have to share ideas. I'm conscious now that I have to share thoughts. My antenna is now active. I'm now able to easily pick up inspired moments. And so when someone is speaking with me, I'm able to pick up inspired moments. There's a friend of mine on the call. I'm hoping I can see him and bring him up here. If he's right here, I think I see him.
Who's that?
I'm going to bring him right up. Architect Bengala, I've asked him to join. I've invited him to join. Now, Architect Lalade said one thing to me, which was one of the many things that helped me to thrive. And it is this. He said, resources always follow causes. Akalala told me resources always follow causes. Friends, If there is a cause, if the resource will follow it. I mean, this is not play on words. It's just true. It's a philosophy that guided me through this. And he was the one that shared that thought with me. Because today people think I'm consistent because I'm the strong guy, I'm gearing up by myself and all of that. No, 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 no. But he told me, he said, see, resources always follow causes. And like I told you before, when I started to do this, all I had as guaranteed, guaranteed income, guaranteed income on a monthly basis was less than 400,000 naira.
Hmm.
All I had as guaranteed income was less than 400,000 naira. And my money muse was going to cost me over 200,000 naira per month. I see a friend and a brother of mine, Akin Odedina, on the call. Akin is a producer of movies, and he's just done something with multi-choice recently. Akin understands what it means to have resources to do projects. And at the time I started, I did not have the resource. And so I learned to be sensitive to every cash flow that came across me. Because I'm a believer and I have my Christian faith as my anchor, as the basis for the things that I do, it was easy for me to depend absolutely on God. And Doc, we've done 32 months. 32 months of my money muse. We have not owed the production team one day. One critical strength of my consistent effort has been that philosophy. Resources always follow causes. I have never had to stop any obligation. And I know many people say, well, but money is an issue. We can talk about how to raise money. We can talk about how to raise money. And truly speaking, how did I raise money for my money muse? To be honest, Doc, how did I raise money? Because I had to pay every month. I had to pay every month. Every month, I had to pay every month. I can tell you, really is about personal resources. You bring your personal funds into it. And the way to do it is this: ensure that you are one person that can attract financial resources. Ensure you're someone that can attract financial resources. I have friends that will call me and say, hey, Muyiwa, I want to sow into my Money Muse ministry. And I say, hey, calm down. My Money Muse is not a ministry. I'm not a pastor. I don't want to be a pastor. I will not even take the call. God should not call me, right? I will not even take the call. But I've had friends who will just wake up one morning and they wired money to me. I have never been a burden to any of my friends. I've never asked any of my friends to say, we are running out of funds, so help us, otherwise we'll go off air. No, not at all. So they do that. I mean, so I've gotten friends who have given, have brought in 99.9% of the resource that has funded my money muse have been personal resources. Personal resources. And it comes from the fact that you must be someone who can attract wealth. Guess what, friends? When I started to post my money muse, I started to get speaking invitations, speaking engagements. People started to call me and say, Doc, can you do this? Can you speak here? Can you speak here? Can you do this? And I started to speak. And from speaking, I started to get resources. And as I got the resources, I knew it was me having to, channel the resources to this work. And so, without having to sound like a broken record, I've been consistent over the years. Over the years, it's 3 years now, 32 months. Because one, I think I've just been focused. I didn't look for, I didn't look for accolades. I didn't look for any accolades. I mean, no matter who's, see, someone said to me one time, and again, this is one of the things that helped me. Another philosophy for anyone on this call to hear. Someone said to me one time, he said, if you ignore the applause of men, you will not be moved by their criticism. If you ignore the applause of men, you will not be moved by their criticism. And so I never try to look forward to people commending me. And that's why my friend, my publicist is on this call, the one who works with me to amplify the work I do. Slasher is here on the call. And Slasher says to me all the time, how much we need to increase your visibility. But he struggled with me. He struggled to get me to look for how to get more likes. Because I don't look for likes. I don't look for how many likes I'm getting. I'm really looking for how many, if it's one person. Maybe I should tell the people on this call, I post morning news daily on 15 platforms. On 15 platforms every day. I can start to name all of the 15 platforms or 15 accounts every day. I don't look for likes, I don't look for followers, I don't look for anything. For me is if there is just one person I'm impacting on those 15 platforms and I have 15 people, oh come on, that's a lot. That's a lot. Do you know what it is to have to post 15 platforms, 2 accounts on Instagram, right? 2 accounts on Twitter, on X, that's 4. Facebook 1. LinkedIn 1, that's 5. That's 6. What? Reddit, Pinterest, Medium, Substack. I post on TikTok, YouTube. I post on where again? 15 of them. 15 channels. Tumblr. I post on Tumblr 16, making 16. I post on
Have you
Tumblr.
mentioned WhatsApp status?
WhatsApp status 16 every day.
You're doing a great job, Doc.
And so
Wow.
I'm not bothered about whether people, I mean, at least on WhatsApp, I can see how many people have viewed it. On Twitter, I can see how many people have viewed it. But I'm just concerned about the fact that put it out there, some people will come back and get a seat. So thanks to my friends and thanks to my teachers who taught me to have philosophies. Thanks to those who invested in me by giving me, one, cash support, and those who started to invite me to speaking engagement and paid for my services. But ultimately, you must be an attractive person. You must be an attractive person for people to invest in your ideas. John Maxwell says, people first buy into you before they buy into the vision. They buy into you. It's called the law of buying. People buy into you before they buy into your vision. And so if you have a vision of a product to do over the period, if you have a service you want to render, people check you and realize that if this person is going to be a burden, they don't want to invest in you. If you're not going to be a burden, they will invest in you. And so let me allow you to ask your questions. So that's pretty much what it is.
Oh, Doc, honestly, we've
Aki is struggling
soaking
with
a lot.
IG. Aki, don't worry, I can teach you.
Thank you so much. Everyone, please drop your comments, your questions. We'll keep an eye on it and would also mention this. Thank you, Aki. Aki is really saying, oh, my, you're trying. Doc, you're trying, Thank you so much, all the engagement. So now, having given us those insight, Doc, honestly, I want you to be as honest as possible. Now you mentioned, I think I've seen it on Aki's reel, when they say, they are motivated that in fact tomorrow you'll be a billionaire. They don't tell you the other side of it. But I want you to be down to earth with us tonight and really tell me, okay, did you ever get discouraged along the line? Did it happen? Like you're like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? And you felt like, you know what? If I decide to stop today, no one's going to question me. So did you ever get discouraged at some point in time during this process?
I mean, strange as it may sound, no.
Wow.
And
Wow.
no, because my morning news is not a service, is not it's the first customer of my morning news is Oludayo.
Mm.
Imagine me posting my morning news on 15 channels or 15 accounts every day. It means I'm listening to it 15 times. All right? So it means I'm listening to it 15 times. I can hear myself. Can I hear myself? Okay.
We can hear you. It's not echoing over your board.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, I'm posting in 15 places. So I'm my first customer. I am my first customer. So what I do is I ensure I draw energy from me for myself. If I'm energized, I continue. Doc, I can tell you that I get the first inspiration from my morning news. I'm the first partaker of the blessing of my morning news. And because the words that I share, and I say this to everyone here, the words that I share are not copied words. They are inspired.
Does it?
They are inspired, right? They are inspired words. I don't share things. I don't share things from anybody. I don't copy John Maxwell's quote and then rephrase it and call. I mean, today, as I speak to you, everyone here, the music for June 2024 are ready. Because there are moments in your life when I just sit down and then there's the burst of things coming on me. And so I just get to my phone. I've woken up 2 a.m. before and I'm saying, this burst of ideas are here. I can find this inspired idea, this inspired thoughts. And I just get up and I'm saying, you know what? I'm gone. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to put this down. And because, see, I'm in June 2024 already. What I'm going to share with people in June is done, is here on my laptop, is done. And the truth is, I've never gotten discouraged, not because they are not things to get me discouraged. I mean, truthfully, there are times that you are expecting some funds, the funds have not come in, and the day is approaching where you have to pay. But God has been faithful so much, in so many ways and so many times, that I've not had the reason to say He won't do it. I've never been starved of the words, the inspiration of the ideas to share, the thoughts to share. I've never been starved of it. My family has been a great support, so they've not been a pain in my neck. I mean, the team producing, and maybe I should tell this audience here today, Doc, maybe one reason why I may have quit the journey. Leke Alade Koba that I mentioned at the beginning is the one that started to direct these videos, right? And then he said to me sometime, we started recording for My Money Muse in April 2021. That's when we started recording. The first video went out in June of 2021, right? But we started to record in April. I never knew that Leke was relocating to Canada. Leke recorded just maybe about 3 or 4 episodes. Lasha is here. Lasha can testify. Leke recorded maybe about a 1 month episode. 1 month production. And the next thing is, Leke walks up to me and says, I'm traveling in 2 days' time. I said, to where? What's going to happen? One of the major reasons why we'll have stopped will have been Leke's departure. But Leke's departure did not cause us to stop because Leke had a team. So Leke had a team that was resident here in Nigeria. So they continued to do the recording. They continued to do the first level of editing. They send the videos to Leke in Canada via our Google Drive or whatever it is. Leke does the post-production, sends back to me on the drive, and I post. So maybe one thing that will have caused me to stop will have been, Leke is traveling. He's no longer going to be there. Nope. So, but are there reasons why I could have stopped? Maybe they came and I did not know.
Come on.
Maybe those reasons came and I did not know because somehow, friends, the reason you don't feel the effect of an obstacle is because you have raised yourself to live a life above the obstacle. It's not that the obstacles are not there, but you've chosen a life, you've built yourself, you've equipped yourself with a lifestyle that makes you to live above the obstacles. So guess what? You don't even recognize it. You don't even recognize it. You don't even recognize it at all. It has come, but to you, it is not an obstacle. To you, it's not a stumbling block. I mean, many years ago, I have 3 children, right? And I'm blessed with 3 children. And I used to wonder sometimes when my last born, and I call it my last born, not third born, last, finish.
With emphasis.
When he came, I started to see him when he was learning to read. At a point, I was a little bit worried, like, this guy is not catching on the words. But today, as he saw me preparing my notes for this IG Live, he started to read what I was typing. And my eyes lit up like, yes, we got there. Yes, we got there. Yes, we got there. And that was it for me. And so I believe that we all will see obstacles. Anytime you see an obstacle that is holding back your vision, that is not allowing you to be consistent, my friend, you need to live above it. You need to have a mindset above it. You need to live a life that does not recognize those things as stumbling blocks. If money is still a stumbling block for you, then you have not conquered money. If time management is still a stumbling block for you. You have not conquered time. If working with people, oh, people always disappoint me, you've not conquered relationship management. If I mean that thing, if even finding energy, motivation for yourself to continue is the reason you've not conquered yourself. You've got to live above it. You've got to equip yourself to be strengthened to live above these things. They will come, but guess what? People are living in this life as though there are no problems. People are living in this world as though there's no financial crisis. So, friend, people are completing PhDs as though it's not difficult. People are continuing in their makeup classes as though there's no challenge. People are continuing in job search as though it's not difficult to find a job. People are continuing in a search for greener pastures as though it's not difficult to do it. People are relocating very easily and cheaply. So one of the things that you will confront in your quest to be consistent, one of the things that you need to do is to develop a lifestyle that lives above your obstacles. If you can still recognize the obstacles, or let me say it this way, if you can still recognize the issues as obstacles, then you have not conquered it. And in conquering it, the victory is first within before you attack it without. So success is first within, then before it's come without. You've got to conquer self, conquer these things within your mindset before you start to attack it publicly. I would never imagine that anything can stop me. If my money muse stops today, trust me, it's either God says stop or I choose to say I'm stopping. But it's never going to be because of money. It's never going to be because of a team. It's never going to be because of any of those things. By the grace of God, it has been conquered. And I got to that point by consistently also building myself. Doc, I can tell you, a new week started today, Sunday. I have read 4 books this past week. I finished the last book this afternoon. Now, if you want to conquer things, you've got to equip yourself with something that is stronger than it. You've got to equip yourself with something that makes you bigger than that thing. And it's knowledge. We got to chase knowledge. I started to chase knowledge. Today we can do, okay, let me confess to everybody here, right? Confession time. So I realized that if I had to do morning news every morning, I will not keep up. So my methodology had to change. There are some questions coming, so I'm going to answer the questions when it's time. So if I had to do my morning news as a live program, we have seen people who do prayer programs, live prayer programs, and I'm not going to mention anyone, so I don't advertise anybody's prayer programs. Now, we have many people who are doing prayer programs, but I'm not sure the pastors have been there every day. Those pastors that lead those prayer programs, I'm not sure they are there every day. But there is no day that Oludayo has not shared morning news. There's no day that you say it is my morning news with Dr. Okwe. The reason is this. Some programs allow for live, some others allow for recording. So when we started, I will record 4 videos or 5 episodes in one day. One day. One season of my morning news is an average of 20 videos. One season, that is 1 month, an average of 21 videos. When Leke was around in Nigeria and we're recording, we'll record 6 videos in one day. Friends, today, we record 2 months in one day. Because consistency enables you to now find a better way of doing things. If you're consistent, you'll be improving. If you're consistent, you'll be efficient. But if you stop, you will not find yourself, you will not be able to conquer the things that hold you back. So when we're doing 6 videos and I was like, if we're doing 6 videos in a day, how long will it take me to? Very soon I'll be tired. So sometimes the reason we're not consistent because our methodology is wearying us. Your methodology is draining you. So guess what I have to do? I only record videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays or Thursdays. Tuesdays or Thursdays. Mondays, I have client meetings. And when I record on either Tuesdays or Thursdays, guess when we start? 5 a.m. 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. By 9 a.m. thereabouts, we have finished recording 2 months videos. That's 44 episodes. 44 episodes in less than 4 hours. 44 episodes in about 4 hours. But before now, I was doing 6 videos. Slasher is here, he can testify. I used to cramp the music before. When you see me on the set, I'm like, good morning, everyone, and welcome to my morning music with me, Oludayo. And guess what? I say, okay, so tell me the next line. I'm asking the team, tell me the next line. God, they tell me the next line. And I repeat it, and I repeat it, and I repeat it. And then we go again. But today, I've now acquired tools that had helped me. So there's a prompter in my front. There's a prompter right in front of me. So I'm looking straight into the camera and I'm looking at the muse. Unlike having to now cram and say, read it out to me, do this to me. So if you want to be consistent, first of all, conquer yourself, have a mindset that allows you to overcome all the obstacles. And all of those philosophies I shared with you, resources always follow causes. You need to do that. Number two, you need to get tools. Change your method. Number two is methodology. Change your method of getting things done. Change your method of getting things done. Maybe the way you're doing it right now is stressing you, and that's why you are weary. You don't want to continue. Number three is get tools. Get tools. Get the appropriate tools. Don't see buying a camera light stand or whatever it is. Don't see it as an expense. See it as an enabler. Because if you have those things, you can continue. Get the tools. Get the tools. The reason many of us are not continuing, we don't have the right tools. Number two, we don't have the right methodology. Every approach that is getting you weary needs to be changed. My dear doc, I wake up in the morning. Before my neighbors start to go out, I've done 1 month of recording. 1 month of recording. 1 month of recording. Before they wake up, I'm done. And so you want to tell yourself that if you're not consistently doing certain things, this is time for learning here. It's time to learn here, right? It's because you've not conquered self. You are still recognizing things that you have not conquered. Two, you have techniques, approaches that are wearying you, and you need to conquer those things. Three, next, you've got to get tools that increase your efficiency. You've got to get tools that increase your efficiency. And next, you need to have partners that are also consistent. See, Doc, to be honest, if my team members said they cannot come for recording, what will I do? What will I do? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start recording on my phone. The way we are talking, I'll record on my phone. And people will be wondering me, why are you broke now that you're not doing it on yourself? I'll say, it is more, Doc, it's more about imperfect action over paralyzed perfectionism. Imperfect action over paralyzed perfectionism. That's what consistency is. It's one of my philosophies. Forward motion over frozen ambition. Forward motion over frozen ambition. Imperfect action over paralyzed perfectionism. Small steps over giant leaps.
Honestly.
Growth mindset over fixed mindset. That's how I think. So I've got to have partners that are consistent. So my partners keep coming. And when they come, I have to show up. So last week we recorded. Last week we recorded what episode? We recorded for March. So we're in February now. We have recorded all the videos for March 2024. We've recorded. But I can tell you, Slasher was in my house while we were recording. And to be honest, it took all a lot of time because I had too many distractions. But I said to myself, nothing's going to stop me. See, my sister, effort over outcome.
Honestly.
We need to celebrate the journey over the destination. That's the way I
That's it.
think. Celebrate the journey over the destination. So I said to myself, Madam, don't worry. We may not do April today. That was a team member. I said, we may not do April today, but guess what? We will finish March. Done is better than perfect. Actionable steps over endless planning. I mean, those are the philosophy that have guided me. And I have my notes here. For anyone who needs my notes after now, you can get it, or you can come back and watch this recording. Actionable steps over endless planning. Why you keep planning and planning and planning and planning and planning and planning? My friend, take some steps.
Paralysis.
Consistent progress over sporadic bursts. I'm not waiting for today. I don't blow. I don't get 10,000 followers, 1 billion followers. I don't care.
Just keep.
I don't care. The truth is simple.
Wow.
I just want to take actionable steps over endless
Yes.
planning. So for my friends on the call, if you have not been consistent, I tell you, get good partners.
Yes.
Get good partners. Conquer yourself. Conquer your mindset. Stop. If you recognize money as an obstacle, you have not conquered it. I will share my notes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll share my notes. If you follow me on, please follow me on Instagram, and I'll share my notes. I would how will I share my notes on Instagram? How will I share it?
Should they
A drive.
send? Okay.
I don't
Yes.
know. I'll
Leads
find out. I mean, if you follow me, just send me a DM. I'll send you a link to the notes. I'll share my notes with you. It's a 21-page note. I mean, it's a 21-page note. Emeka is not violence. It's just me being passionate about these things, right? So, Doc, those are my thoughts around. How I became so consistent. I got good partners that will not stop. Emeka, I'm going to reduce my voice. Sorry, forgive me. I was so passionate. So forgive me. I'll reduce it. Thank you for the feedback. I do well with feedback. Very well. Very, very well. It's a gift. So I do well with it.
Doc, your volume is perfect over here. Emeka just came in. I don't know. He just woke up from somewhere.
So
I'm checking his policeman.
get good partners, get the right tools, change your methodology. Change your methodology here is your approach, your technique. Change it. Again, if your methodology is costing you too much money, that's the reason you're not continuing. If your methodology is causing you to be weary, stressed, and stretched, my friends, see, I'm done recording morning news by 9 a.m. before some people go to work. I'm about doing the second work, third work, fourth work. You get it? So if you don't get these things done, you miss it. So, Doc, let me go back to you. Let me allow you.
Doc, in fact,
Let me allow you.
honestly,
There's a question here. There's a question that says, how do you equip yourself to live above them? Do you want to pretend that these obstacles are not there? How do you equip yourself to live above them?
Good question.
One of the many challenges that we have, Doc, about consistency for many people who have projects that they are running is finances.
That was my next question. Yeah, go on.
It's finances. And friends, please listen to this. All wealth comes by income. All wealth comes by income. Earlier in the year, I had a program called Producing Better Results. For those of you that were not part of it, I'm going to give you a taster of what we shared in that 2-day program.
Yeah, powerful.
Yeah. How do you conquer money? Number one, let there be a need for the thing that you chose to do. If there is a need for the service you're rendering, the potential to be wealthy is there. So you first of all have to be sure that there's a need. And see, I'm not asking that there's a need by a large number. So you don't have to have 1,000 people or 1 billion people that need it. No, 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 no. If there are people that need it, if there is someone that needs it, if there are 2 people that need it, then you can go on. There's a potential there. Number 2 is you must have the capacity, should I call it the capability, to do a very good job. You must have the capability to do a very great job. Many of us are rendering services that are needed, but we are not doing it well.
Excellence. Yeah.
We are not doing it well. See, don't say I'm doing it based. I understand minimum value proposition, but you see, let your minimum, let it stretch your best resources.
Yeah.
Let your minimum be great enough. If you know the kind of people that need your service, then you will insult them if you provide anything that is less than quality to them.
Exactly.
So the number 1 is let there be a need for the service you're rendering or the product you're bringing to the table. Number 2, ensure that you can deliver that product or that service very well. And that's where everything around competitive edge comes in. That's where everything around amplification, your marketing, all of those things. That's where you learn how to deliver great value to people. Number 3, which is very important, make it difficult to get you replaced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let it be very difficult to replace you. When you are rendering, you found a need. There is a need for the service you render. Number 2, you're doing it very, very well. Because there are possibly many people also doing it very well. And there's a market for it. But guess what? You've got to ensure that it's difficult to be replaced. Today, for those of us in Nigeria, we know Indomie noodles brand. It has been very difficult to displace that brand. Very difficult. There are many drinks that are not as injurious as some soda drinks that people say. But tell me, friend, how many people have been able to displace some of those great soda drinks? Very difficult to displace them. And so they keep consolidating their place in the market. They keep consolidating their place in the market because they have made it difficult to be replaced. For me, I believe that money is not scarce if there's a service to render. C.K. Prahalad, one great author, C.K. Prahalad, wrote a book titled Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid. Fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. Now, what he was saying is that there is money even with the poor. A few months ago, I traveled, I was in Jos, and the airport was closed, and I had to come by road from Jos to Abuja. As we drove through the towns and the cities and the states, in what you will call villages, Doc, I did not see dirt. I did not see things I didn't see garbage on the floor everywhere. But as I got into the cities, I saw the garbage. And I said, but the people living around the garbage said they are poor. They don't have resources. How come their garbage is a lot? Have you get to find out, my friend, that the waste in poor places is more than the waste you find in rich zones? The waste that you gather in poor regions of the society, the waste you find there is a lot more than the waste you pick up or you pack in the areas where the great people are or where the rich people are. The reason is this:
Right.
the poor always acquire things they don't need, so they have a lot to dispose. They have a lot to dispose. The poor always acquire many things that they don't need, so they go for parties. They are collecting collecting all the souvenir. You now fill your house with buckets that you don't need. You fill your house with spoon that you don't need. You fill your house with all those things that you don't need. All the balas in this world, they are in your house. You now don't have places to put them. You now come to your kitchen, you have stacked them up there. Before you know it, you are not looking for who to give. You are looking for, you go for parties, you're always collecting napkin. No, the poor people, the poor people always try to get the things they don't need. And that's why at the point, because they don't have space, they now have to start to dispose early enough. And so that's it. So money is not scarce. I think where there's a service to render, where there's somebody that is going to benefit from the value you bring to the table, you get money. Doc, I say this without prejudice to the journey towards mastery over finances. And I say this for everyone who is struggling with resources. Build yourself first. Build yourself first. Anything you bring to the table that is valuable, people will pay for it. And guess what? I'm a believer. My philosophies are very strange as a believer. God's words tells me that Gentiles shall come to the brightness of my rising. Gentiles shall come to the brightness of my rising. So my responsibility is to ensure that I ensure that my rising is bright.
Right.
And that's where the work of Slash and Co come in. Yeah. Let people know what you do. Amplify what you're capable of doing. If you are doing it well, they will come to you. I can say this with all modesty. And some of my colleagues that we work together are here on the call. I cannot remember any time since I started my consulting practice in 2019. I can't remember when we actually wrote a proposal because we were looking for a job. Anytime we wrote a proposal to a company, it was because we wanted to, it was part of the requirements. Yeah. It was part of the requirements. As I speak to you till today, we are always called upon. I have equipped myself with that mentality. I can't think otherwise that people will call me. I can't just think, I can't see why I should go and apply for anything. My thought is, they will call me. Gentiles shall come to the brightness of your rising. They will come, they will come, they will come, they will come. If they are coming, then where am I going? If they are coming, where am I going there? So I stay in a place. Same word says to me, you are a city set on a hill. So I'm set somewhere. I am set somewhere. I'm not going up and down. Many of us thinking that the only way to get money is to hustle. Go here, Oshodi here today. You're going to Lagbaja here tomorrow. Today you're in Kafancha, Nasarawa. If your job takes you back and forth, no problem. But don't chase these things. Your city is set on a hill. You set you on a hill. When it sets you on a hill, guess what happens? They see the brightness of your rising, and they will come. And they will come. If they are coming, where am I going? Because when they come, they will not find me. Gentiles shall come to the brightness of your rising. So if they are coming, where am I going to? They've got to find me. So where is the place that you can be found? You can find me on Oludayo on Instagram. You can find me on my YouTube channel. That's where I render my services. Where do you render your service? You say you are not consistent, but you're not even posting every day. Say you don't have money, they are not patronizing you. Are you posting every day? Are you at your doorposts? Are you on your marketplace every day? Are you on your marketplace every day? Or you want to be a great professional? Are you on LinkedIn posting content that will make people say this is a thought leader? Doc, I say this without prejudice to, and I say this with humility, right? I'm not where I want to be today, but I'm thankful to God I'm not where I used to be. I've got 180 articles on LinkedIn. 180 articles on LinkedIn. There was a time in my life I gave myself a target. 5 articles per month. 5 articles per month. Guess what? Last year I did not publish one single article on LinkedIn. But I was posting money views everywhere on LinkedIn. 2 days ago, somebody called me and said, we need you to come and train business leaders in an oil and gas company. We saw your video. We saw your video. We saw your video. What you said about leadership, that series you did on leadership. Can you come and share a few thoughts? I've charged them money. The money we use to continue to fund money mules, and we continue to do it like that. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
And I like my friends on this call to know this. No, nothing is not. There's nothing that is mystical. Nothing is mystical.
Mm.
Nothing is mystical. Just embrace these things. If they are coming to you, where are you going? And start with what you are. Start where you
Yes.
are. I mean, my counsel is this: start where you are.
Mm.
Use what you have, and do what
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah. Give it your best. Yeah.
Start
Mm.
where you are.
Mm.
Use what you have and
Mm.
do what
What you
you can.
can.
That's what has helped me also with consistency. I could have said I'm going to the studio when the money
Mm.
for studio hit me and the money for the team and the light hit me, and then studio tells you we have booked you for a session, you are not able to come, or that's the time that a client called me to come and render a service and I'm not able to go. I miss out. Start where you are. Use what
Yeah.
you have and do what you can.
Wow. Honestly, Doc. In fact, Slasher wrote earlier on that church has closed. This is brilliant, honestly. So many things you've mentioned. The fact that we've been set upon an hill, stay there. The fact that start where you are, the consistency, the excellence, whatever it is you're doing, do it thoroughly. Learn from your methodology, expand on it, leverage your resources. And then in terms of your partnership, your relationship, your partners, oh, that's brilliant, Doc. Honestly, I hope every one of us, friends, you're hanging out with us tonight. Please go back to the drawing board. This is the 11th of February. Get back on track. Bring those things out there. You don't have to actually be what Doc mentioned about what progress over what
Yeah.
perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect before you post it. Make progress step by step. Thank you so much, Doc. Honestly, you've answered many of my questions. I think your friend um
Architect Alalade,
yes,
I'm
architect
trying to
is I saw his
bring
comment. Is
slash
he here?
slash to be on now.
Come on.
Up Nigeria.
Oh, in fact, tonight, hey. But we're getting the energy. How you doing, Slasher?
Very well, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great. Thank you so
So
much. Thank
Slash
you
has
for the
been with us since
massive
we started
support.
Money Muse,
Yeah.
and I think it's got a story to tell as well. And I think you need to listen to him. He's the one
Wow.
that's been helping me to publicize my work and ensuring that I get more visibility. So Slash, please talk to the house.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First off, I'd like to thank Doctor for putting me on. He's been putting me on since I was in Covenant University, and because of how the influence he's had on my own personal life, anything that he says he wants to do, I always look for a way to help him to pull through and shake it up. And when he spoke about money news, I was like, it is possible, because it seemed like a very big idea, but like he said, and something that he shared that I've also held on to, is that when you have a vision, you
Mm,
just put the structure in place and resources will
yeah.
find you.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Mm,
don't be swayed first about how are we going to do it, or where's the money. Get that vision, put the structure in place, and
Yes.
funds
Yeah, from here.
come to you. So there's nothing that is done as for my money mills. It's always been progress since we started. We've not had a month that was, last month better than this month. So God bless Dr. Ludayo, and God will continue to strengthen them.
All
Dr.
right,
Lai,
Sasha,
you're
thank you.
welcome, sir.
Let me introduce my friend to you all. My friend Architect Alalade is on the call now. And Architect is joining me. This man is one person who has believed in me so much. He has believed in me so much. So some of the philosophies I shared today, I gleaned from him. Sometimes there are moments in our lives. There are moments in our lives when we struggle to find strength to move on. I remember one of those days. Architect Alalade, the man you can see on the call here, said to me, he said, if you remember, Emperor, you remember that conversation? I was I
Yeah.
was I was unhappy about his situation in my life, and he said to me, "Your name is Akin. The son of a warrior is not timid.
Hmm.
The son of a warrior is not timid. My friend, rise up. And that just gingered me like, okay, I'm not going to give up. This man was the one that told me resources always follow causes. Emperor, what was the thing that led to that philosophy? What philosophy should we be holding on for consistency, consistent pursuits? You've been in the work of architecture for many years. Today, Architect Lalade is the project director for the 100,000 church auditorium in Canaan land. And it's a privilege to have him on this call. Busy man, but we have you here. Sir, can you just tell us how do we embrace philosophies to keep us consistent? The thing you tell me is secret. Come and tell the world, please.
There's nothing in secret now, Dr. Moyiwa. I think I want to commend you, Dr. Moyiwa, for the 700th episode of Morning News. MMM. Morning News is Moyiwa. I saw someone put it there. I think that's Slasher that put that. So I think I want to commend you. Congratulations. I think it's just the mark of genius that people invest tons of hours. And I'll just share about the 10,000 hour rule, and that really no one is born a genius, but that people simply commit themselves to their crafts, and whether they are amateurs or not, the amateur today becomes the master tomorrow. It's simply by committing. You even commit when you are not interested, when you are tired, and I think that's what you have done. You've been able to commit 700 episodes. That's a lot. Each episode at times about 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So that's a lot to put in. And I think really for anyone listening on this call, the key issue is that anything we want to do, we just need to be resilient.
Right.
That's why if you hear the word be bold and courageous, people think, why should I be courageous? It's in time of the courageous when there's nobody to encourage you. And so it's really the mark of genius that you commit extra time, consistency, and you shared about progress over perfection. And I think that's where it really starts from. Keep making progress. People will see your videos, the lights are bad, the camera angle is not good. When you do it tomorrow, you get better. You do it next tomorrow, you get better. But you see, most of us, we want to start right. In fact, many times, do it afraid. Do it afraid. Do it raw. I call it bootstrapping. Do it afraid. Do it crude. But start and stay committed to progress. So I think the floor is yours today. So you're the one we're celebrating. And so I think I'll just leave it at that. Do it afraid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Over to you, back to you.
Wow.
We're about to close because
Wow.
Nigerians are looking for the next viewing center now.
I know. Connecting tonight. Oh, Super Eagles, be consistent, please. Wow. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Slaza. And so just on the last wrap, Doc, please just tell us what's the next move for Morning News. So what's the next step? What's the plan?
So I'm going to speak like a prophet. Right? And as a plan, I think there's nothing I plan to do for Morning News that has not been inspired. So I'm just going to wait for the inspiration of God to let this thing go on. I mean, Emperor, I think you want to go down. Yeah, it's okay.
No.
You're good, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So,
I'm good.
All right. So, number one, Doc, let me say this on this live video, and let it be a witness when it eventually happens tomorrow. And tomorrow doesn't mean just tomorrow. In the future, when it eventually happens, the biggest beverage brands will call on my Morning News. The biggest beverage brands will call on us.
Amen.
And I'll tell you what that means. Because it is my morning news, and they want to have their beverages served in the morning. Because of the success that my morning news will garner, they will say to us, we want to advertise our work. We want to partner with you.
Yeah.
We want to bring our beverage to you on your program. So today, whatever the amount of money we have spent will be nothing compared to one sign-on deal that we will make in a month.
Yes.
That's where I see we are going to become more attractive to
Mm-hmm.
brands to partner with.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah.
two,
I believe you.
this year, can you help me bring that tabletop? That tabletop calendar there. Yeah, that one. So this year, you're going to have my money muse on the tabletop calendar like this. As you go into 2025, anyone who wants to keep my money muse on their table, bedside table, office table, or you want to give it as a gift later this December, trust me, you're going to have one in your hand. By the time we are marking our 800th video, we would launch and we'll be calling for pre-orders. So if you want to have it before the end of the year, so that you can share with people, you have this tabletop, my money muse. So far, we have done 700. Like I told you at the beginning, we've got 8,000 of this. So we don't have anything to repeat. And God hasn't stopped sending the rain of his inspired ideas. And so those two things we're expecting. We are not in a hurry to get on TV. What we'll continue to do is to ensure more consistency. We'll get better by the day.
Yeah.
But those two things, I am expecting the beverage company to start calling us. Again, if they are coming, where am I going? If they are coming, Gentiles have come to the brightness of my rising. So where am I going? Let me stay where the Lord said he has a city set on a hill. Let me stay where he has set me, so that they can easily find me. It is this going up and down that makes many of us lose our opportunities. Going up and down, you're not able to stay with one thing that you're doing. That's what makes us lose our opportunities. So for us, we'll stick to what we're doing. We're on 15 accounts every day. Very soon you will see us, you hear us on radio. Very soon you hear us on TV. We are waiting for them to call us because we are ready for them. We are set
Come
already.
on. Come on.
But this year you will get my Money Muse tabletop calendars for anyone who wants it. By the time we're launching our 800 video, you'll find us. So for everyone on this call that is not following me, you possibly have joined this call because of my friends here. You may want to follow me on Instagram / you may want to type
Please, yeah.
the post there. Follow us on Instagram, and so that you can see when these things come. Thank you. It's been a pleasure sharing time with you.
Thank you so much, honestly. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much, all our friends, everyone, even Adeleke. I don't know if you ended up joining.
Didn't
Thank
join.
you so much.
He's
Did
not
you
able
join?
to join.
Was he able to?
No, he's not able to join.
Everyone that's I see Pastor Deji. Pastor Deji is just joining now. When the Rema has been shared, everybody has scattered. Oh God. Thank you so much, Aki. Everyone that's joined us today, please let's go on with this fire. Doc, thank you so much. Honestly, we're looking forward to the 1,000, 2,000, the millions, and we know we're part of this story. We formed it, beautiful story. So, our friends, tonight we've learned a lesson, which is what success is not the destination, it's a journey. Honestly, we keep improving. Let's keep being consistent in our A game. Excellence is key in everything, and especially what Doc said, you're a city set. So we should not just be anywhere and be chasing set. Just stay there, improve on our output, on our evidence, on everything that we're putting out there. Doc, honestly, is there any other word you want to give to us
No, I think it's just to say, let's maintain our energies. See, success is a journey. Success is a journey, and it's not a sprint. And so, please preserve your energy. Preserve your energy. It's not everything you go bam 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 in the first few months. It's a long race. We are going for a long race. It's a long race. So let's keep at it. Preserve your energy. Preserve your energy. Preserve your energy. Your financial energy, your physical energy, your mental energy. Preserve them. Always build in reserves. Build in reserves. Have friends in reserves. I can never be stranded in life because I have friends. Not because
Tell
I
me,
have
Doc.
money, but because I have friends. I can never be stranded because I have God. I can never be stranded because I have my family. I can never be stranded because I have friends. It's a long race. Don't exhaust your friends. Don't exhaust your physical energy. Don't exhaust yourself. See you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Have a great week. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Doc,
Thank you.
thank
Last
Thank
of
you.
Nigeria.
you. Hey,
Congratulations.
amen, oh, everybody.
Congratulations.
Everybody watching this match tonight. Doc, thank you so much. It's
Oh,
been
Pastor
really
Femi,
good
you
to me.
joined when we were closing. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Pastor Femi, you joined when we were closing. I'm sure you'll
thank
catch up.
you,
Emeka, thank you so
America.
much. Emeka, what you're doing, we need to talk. I love what you're doing with CCI, and I'm very impressed with your work. I see you at time. I see you a lot of times in the videos and where you stand. God bless
Well
you, Pastor Femi.
done,
Thank
Emeka.
you also.
I see your post on LinkedIn. Thank you, Pastor Deji. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Have a
Thank
good
you, Doc.
evening.
Doc, please make sure you just add me as collaborator because this content has to stay. Oh, you have to watch it over and over. You just
All right.
bust everywhere. Beautiful. Yeah. Ow,
Thank God.
my head
Thank
right
God.
now.
Thank God,
More grace,
Stella.
Doc.
Thank you so
More
much. All the
grace.
best, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.